Welcome to Junior Achievement. My name is Jennifer, and on behalf of JA, I want to thank you for being a classroom volunteer. Today I'm going to show you about JA Our Nation. I want you to note that in your volunteer guide, which is found in your kit, you will find some information that you can look over at the beginning of your guide, as well as a list of the materials that should be included in your kit. You might want to verify that everything is in your kit, and if you would happen to find something missing, please just call our office to let us know and we can get you some replacement items. Another good tip for beginning is also on each of your items in your kit, you will find that on the bottom or sometimes on the reverse side, there will be a name of the item as well as the session number that it goes along with. We recommend that you go ahead and divide your kit into each of the individual sessions. That way it makes your materials easy to find when you're there at the classroom. One additional note about the JA Our Nation curriculum is that there is an optional supplemental activity between sessions 1 and 2. Here at JASD, we actually recommend that you break that supplemental session up into sessions 1 through 3, and I will show you how to do that into these videos. For session 1, you will need the business topic cards. Yours are probably in one sheet, but these have already been separated and paper clipped or rubber banded together. You will want to have your session 1 flyers for the students, the volunteer guides, table tents, as well as some large pieces of paper. They are not included in your kit, but it is an option so that way your students can participate in the advertisement activity, as well as some people actually bring in outside advertisements to show the kids what advertisements have on them. One additional piece for the supplemental session is the supplemental session stickers. As you begin today's lesson, go ahead and greet the students and introduce yourself. Tell them about you and where you work and what your job entails, and then explain your role as a volunteer and what that means. Distribute the table tents and ask the students to complete those using a marker, usually a dark marker, so that way you can see them in your classroom. And then go on and define the terms that are included in your volunteer guide, such as free enterprise and entrepreneurship. Ask the students if they know about a successful business. You can use some examples in the book. Some of them might even be able to identify businesses that maybe even a family member owns. You will define good, service, and profit. Then go ahead and move on to the supplemental section in your guide. It's found after activity 1. I skip the definition portion and I start right away with the activity, and I define the words as I move forward with the activity. For today, you'll just complete numbers 1 and 2 by choosing a student to come up and tell them that they are the owner of Terry's Popcorn Stand, and then complete activity 1 showing and talking about a sole proprietorship. Define that and then ask the student to put the sticker, the one owner sticker, on their table tent in order to remember who was assigned to which job. After you do that, you will go back to your actual activity number 2, and you'll talk about how additional supplies are needed, and Terry, when he is the sole proprietor and he's the only one working there, has to close the stand in order to go get additional supplies. Ask the students for some suggestions, and then mention how Terry decides to hire an employee, a cashier. And bring a student forward and then assign that job to that student, again asking them to put their sticker on their name tag. After you finish that portion of the supplemental activity, go ahead and go back to your initial lesson for session 1. Explain to the students how in Terry's Popcorn Stand, an employee was an example of an expense, and then ask them to identify some of the other expenses. Maybe they are in Terry's Popcorn Stand, or maybe they're associated with another type of business. If they don't mention advertising, you'll want to bring that to their attention, and you might even want to bring some examples as mentioned in the materials that are needed. Give the directions to the students about their activity for today. You will tell them that they are going to get to plan for a product or a service based on their business topic cards. So you are going to make groups of students. you're going to give them one of the topic cards where they have to actually create something. They're going to be an entrepreneur. They have to create an ad. I let them know it can be a TV ad, a radio ad, or a print ad, and we talk a little bit about that. And then we share the importance of making sure you talk about what the idea is, what the name is, the price of it, as well as who's the customer base going to be, who are they going to sell it to. Also, as part of an ad, make sure that you notify your customers where they can buy it and how to contact you, especially if it's a service where they have a phone number or location they might want to visit. Go ahead and ask the students once they're finished, give them time to work. Once they're finished, bring them up to the front and have them present their advertisement to the class. And then at the end, review the terms that you discussed today. And then don't forget to hand out the student flyers. Sometimes I also give those out to the teacher. That way they can distribute them at an appropriate time. Enjoy session 1.